Minutes to you, Mark.
We talked a lot about social equity today, but maybe an easier way to sell this is to not focus so much on 1%, 99%, and it's not 1%, by the way. We're talking about the greatest amount of transit for the greatest number of people. And the Rosedale subway station is outdoors, by the way, so they freeze when they're waiting for the train.
That probably makes some people happy.
Yeah, I'm not defending the 1% here. I'm just saying it's not just 1%. But if we also just expand that prism from social equity to economic returns, I know sometimes people wince about that. It is an easier way to persuade politicians to make that investment because there are economic returns. I just have to say, I can't not say that, thank God, Presto was finally here. When I moved to Hong Kong in 1999, they had the octopus card, and I've been waiting however many, it's 18 years for this to come to Toronto, and so there is some sense of relief. I need to throw in one more thing, because again, social equity, I said earlier, and I think Marcy agreed, that the American template doesn't quite apply here, but there are two examples that have occurred to me of economic distortions that bend towards the affluent. And one is the UP, the Airport Express, which was designed for defensible reasons for affluent, let's say, business persons and travelers coming to the city so they could have a direct 22-minute link downtown. And you saw a pushback later from residents saying, hey, we want in, and we want a more accessible fare structure as well. And so that was a battle that we fought here. And the other example is tax increment financing. Okay, which is basically John Tory's plan, borrowed from New York, to build subways by borrowing from future tax revenues. And the danger there is you're going to get office towers and affluent condo dwellers dictating the placement of subway lines in the future. And I think we need to be mindful of that in our city.
There's still one thing that they haven't yet well, there's a lot of things they haven't figured out, but one of them surely is, and I had this experience the other day where I went in, tried to use my Presto card at a Toronto Transit Commission station. It didn't work. I asked the TTC fellow there on site, what's going on? Can you help me with this? And he said, that's a Metrolinx thing. It's got nothing to do with us.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think the rider cares about whether it's Metrolinx or TTC. They just want the...
Did you get a free ride, Steve?
I sure did not. Reach into my pocket.